Igwe, Igwe, Igwe. I want to use this opportunity to talk to the imperious individual Igbo man or Igbo men. It is you I want to talk to. I just want to say, calm down. Calm down. Just yesterday, the Obi of Lagos was arrested. We have just finished talking about the Igbo king of Ghana. The dust is yet to settle. And now it is the Obi of Lagos. Where are you guys getting this title from? My concern is this. Before somebody will say it is hatred against the Igbo people, this problem of chieftaincy title in other people's land is being created by individuals and not the entire Igbo men. Now, this Obi of Lagos controversies, when did the Igbos in Lagos come together to agree that you needed an Obi to represent you? When? These are just individual Igbo men who are imperious after making their money. The next thing is political power through chieftaincy titles. Who is giving you these chieftaincy titles? Who? Did the Igbos in Lagos come together to say we needed an Obi of Igbo land in Lagos? No. Individuals. What the press is saying is self-acclaimed Obi of Igbo land. What we used to have is Eze Ndigbo of Lagos. Is that one no longer obtainable? You know you are living in a city where you are not loved. There are controversies already against the people of Igbo land. The cry of marginalization has not died down. And then you come out after making so much money. You say you are now the Obi of Lagos. The people of the land say they don't like it. Why are you creating problems for your people? Now 4 of you have been arrested. You see, the problem is this. You will be doing your own individual thing. At the end of the day, the accusations, the hatred will be against the entire Igbo people. Look at what happened in Ghana. Igbos must leave Ghana. Igbo this, Igbo that, Igbo this. And it is individual members of that tribe that are creating this problem. You people should allow the Igbo man leave. Stop creating problems for your people. Stop creating problems for your people. Now, people may say, you do have the Seriki of Lagos. Why is the case of the Igbo man different? The difference is in, you hardly know if the Seriki exists. But what will happen? The moment the individual Igbo man makes himself a king or a chief, you see him carry himself. You see his regalia. He will dress like a Benin Oba. I'll be going everywhere with entourage. And then the people will see you, whether you call it envy or hatred or jealousy, they get angry. Because they know this is not where you belong. In Africa, kingship is about kingdom. Kingdoms have their leaders. You cannot go to another man's land to become a king. It's a question of everybody want to hold his own title. You want to have Eze Ndigbo of Lagos. You want to have your own title, Obi of Lagos. Then the next thing is to see who is more powerful. Is it the Eze Ndigbo of Lagos or the Obi of Lagos? Why all these things? Look at the problem in Ghana. At the end of the day, you'll be Igbo this, Igbo that, Igbo this. Even the Nigerians will start denying you. They will go to platforms of Ghanaians of South Africa and they will say, no, it is the Igbos that are doing it. You guys will calm down. Calm down. These titles, this power, nobody is going to take it out of this earth. So why are you creating problems for your people? The truth is that the problems you are creating will outlive you. Calm down. When you are in another man's land, calm down. Okay? Stop creating problems for people. Most Igbos don't even know that this young man, Chibuike Azubike engineer, is the Obi of Lagos. Igbos don't know. Some of them are just knowing about it when this problem came up. So who exactly are you representing? Why don't you have the president of Igbo Union of Lagos? Is that not enough? If it's about representing your people. Chieftaincy titles, kingship is about kingdom. You cannot leave your kingdom to come and have a kingdom in another man's kingdom. Okay, there is the Eze of Houston. There is the Eze of New York or the Eze of California. Let me tell you the difference. This is Africa. Like I said, every country, every state have its own kingdom. It's about African culture. If you go to Igbo man country, this song is hungry me. In the year 1974, I traveled to Igbo man country. I love Eke. I love Eke. Obodo Yocha. I love Igbos. Let's live together. All of us in the in the south, Yorubas and Igbos. Let's live together in peace. We look alike. If you see me, you won't even know where I come from. We look alike. But let us stop putting fingers on each other's eyes. Back to what I was saying. If you say there is a Yoruba king in New York, let me tell you the difference between New York and in Africa. In those lands, if they see you wear a regalia like this, you are like a masquerade to them. To them, it is entertaining. If you are doing your installation as the Eze of New York, they would like to watch because the African culture is entertaining to them. Nobody is going to stop you in that free society. But here in Africa, it's about different kingdoms, different sovereignty, and different pride. The African man is proud to worship his king. By the way, all this proliferation of chieftaincy here and there, I think it's high time government should ban it. Any chieftaincy title that did not exist since the 50s should be banned. In the UK, you have the king or the queen of England. It has existed for centuries. They don't come out to say there's a new king somewhere. So the African man's mentality, everybody cannot rule. That is why we have the monarchical system of kingship in Africa. Inherited. Allow that one family. Look at the ancestors of the Igbos. In those olden days, when you had kingdoms, the Benin kingdom, you have the Oyom kingdom, the Songhai empire, and all that. There was nothing like that in Igbo land. It is like the forefathers of Igbo. They understood how the Igbos existed. It is in the 19th century that Igbos started having Izis here and there. Maybe it is high time you go back to the way it used to be. Those clan community leadership, the Ichies and those head of different clans that existed in the Igbo land, that was what worked for them. And it was perfect. The average Igbo man will tell you he is not a worshipper of any man. He will not bow to any man but to God. That is the culture of the Igbo people. Bowing down to people is not their thing. So when you see people want to be Eze this, Eze that, Obi of this, dressing like a Bini Oba, it is not in your culture. If you want somebody to represent your culture, let it be your union. It is not about the Igbos. It's about individuals who want power because they don't have money. Somebody will just come up one day and he will say he's the Eze of this, he's the Obi of this, gather a few people around him. Maybe he will now go to the east and then get the endorsement of one Eze there and come out and be parading himself. Those who are chiefs, original chiefs in Lagos, how do you expect them to feel? You say, okay, it's none of their business, you don't disturb them. No, they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. So mind your business. This is Africa. Kingdoms are represented by kings. If you must represent your people, it mustn't be through a chieftaincy title. Okay? You can be a president of the Igbo community. You can be a chairman of Igbo community. But stop creating problems for your people. At the end of the day, if everybody keep pointing to you, you are this, you are this, all tribes are pointing fingers at you. Even outside this country, they are pointing fingers at you. Then you have to check yourself. If you don't check yourself, you are not wise. So all these individuals, calm down. What I see in it is that these individuals are just being imperious. Once you are in a position, I just look at what is his name, this guy in Finland, before he was jailed, Simon Ekpa, he has started dressing like a king. Who made you a king? Because he said he's the voice of the people. These are just individuals with ambition, imperious individuals who want to be worshipped. The original Igbo man does not worship people. So you guys should stop this. Stop creating problems for your people. I know some people will be angry. It's not every time you come out and be defending your tribe. If individuals are misbehaving in your tribe, Call them out. Lambast them, deny them. You say it's your culture. I keep asking, when did the Igbo people in Lagos? I'm always in the community of Igbo men. My best friend is an Igbo guy. I live in the community. I'm surrounded by Igbo people. There was never a time they came together to say, it is time we have the Obi of Lagos. Even the so-called Eze Indigo of Lagos State. When did it start? The first time that the Eze Indigo of Lagos State was coronated was as far back as 1977. But Igbos have been living in Lagos in numbers since the beginning of the 19th century. How come there was never an Eze Indigo until 1977? You don't need a chieftaincy title. You only need unions, a president, a chairman, and that's all. And let peace reign. So stop creating problems for the ordinary Igbo man. He's not interested in your title. He just wants to do his business and go home. He just wants to help his family and make enough for his children to inherit. He wants to buy land and build houses. Then you come out, you say, donate 1.5 billion for a new palace. You want to have a palace. The Serikis, how many palaces do Serikis from the north? How many palaces do they have in Alabarago? How many palaces do they have in Idiaraba? 1.5 billion. And then you see people donating. Who made you the Obi of Lagos? Who? If you receive the endorsement of the Obi of Onitsha, did you receive the endorsement of the Oba of Lagos? The person whose land you want to become a king. I mean, live peacefully with others. Stop provoking them. If they say they don't like it, fine. That is not the time you come out and say, free association, fundamental human rights. Obodo Igbo and Africa is not the same. The African man's mentality is different. They don't have such kingdom in America. So if you have Eze Ndigbo of New York, it's an exciting thing for them. If you're having a New Yam festival, they would like to come and watch. But here, when people come to Lagos, Lagosians want the people who come to Lagos to see the culture of the Yorubas displayed. Okay? Because they are Africans. They don't want people to come and see the culture of the Igbos, of the masquerade. It's about tourism. That is why there are tourism in different places. Those who want to see the culture of the Igbos, you go to the east. I think Igbos themselves should preserve their own culture in such a way that people will be traveling the same way they are traveling to Arungugu Festival to go and watch the culture of those people. The same way they go to the Egbas to watch a festival that just ended in Ogun State. People are coming from abroad, come and watch it. So it is high time people start traveling to Onitsha to go and watch your culture. Don't bring in your culture to the people. Stop bringing masquerades to Lagos. Stop taking chieftaincy titles. It is not in your DNA. Go and read the history of the Igbos. There were no kingdoms. It was about community, clan. So the ancestors, your ancestors, knew better how to manage your people. It is time to go back to that culture. That is the original culture. And stop creating problems for people here and there. Thank you.